Love you guys. Subscribe to my channel. Please.
Here we are with the star of the show. Today's topic is what a mother goes through when a loved one's incarcerated. Starting with what happened when your first born went to prison. He got sentenced to 16 to life back in 89. He was 25.
Took a lot out of me. It was unbelievable.
You went down to 67 pounds,
I
huh?
went from 130 to 65 pounds within 2 weeks after he was sentenced.
Wow.
It was emotionally drained. And I landed in the hospital because of it.
And then you ended up.
Then I ended up recovering from that one. And then my fat boy,
Who you call me fat boy?
my youngest, decides he's going to end up in prison too. And he ended up in prison for...
I got 8 years, and at the age of 25 too. And that was in '96, and
And I was starting to go down, and he kept telling me not to go down.
or tell a story about the boss move I did with when I had one of the guards in there, a female guard.
Oh,
She used to do favors for me.
when he was in jail, he had this officer, I don't remember her name,
Miss Wyatt.
Wyatt, took me some flowers from him on Mother's Day. And it really surprised me because he really thought of me. Even though he was in there, he thought of me.
The boss move.
And then when he went to prison, it was another, how should I say, shock.
Because I was your baby.
Because I never thought he would end up in there either. And
but tell us what goes to for instance, that scenario. What goes to your mind as a parent? You know what I mean, the mother. You know, because a lot of homeboys and everybody. You know, I don't care how much homies you got. It's always your mother who stays by your side through all your thick and
That's
thin when
right.
you're incarcerated. You know.
for 32 years,
So what
with my oldest son, for 32 years, he got a letter from me every single week. Then my baby got in there, and he ended up getting a letter from me. But with him, I was lucky because he could call me, and I could talk to him.
Yeah, and I had it going on there. I mean, not everybody has it going on like how I had it, but I had money in there. You know, I started with you. You looked out for me, and then I learned how to survive in there as far as, you know, doing things I shouldn't have done, but it made me a lot of money. You know, but anyways,
And then,
but let's. I want to cover about, you know, because a lot of people don't realize what they put their family through. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, inmates, whatever. I was in there, so I know. You know what I mean? There's a lot of selfish people. You know what I mean? They only think of themselves, and once you're in there, you become like conniving. You know what I mean? Like you always want to you fish for girls to take care of you. You know, like you're always like telling them what they want to hear in letters. And there's a lot of females out there that are lonely, whatever, and you know you fish them in. You know, and the same thing with family members. They do it to family members too.
yes,
You
they
know,
do.
it's like they do drugs. There's more drugs in there than there is out here. You know, so there's some people get addicted and they use their family members to take care of them, give them money, you know, and they don't realize what they put their family through, you know.
and 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 the guilt that the mother get in her mind is where did she go wrong, you know?
Yeah.
And once you're grown up, and we can treat you like a little kid. You know, you're on your own, and you have to stand by them either way, whether they're in prison or out of prison. They're always your kids, no matter what.
Mhm. And then when I was incarcerated, like a few years later, my dad, your husband,
Ended
he,
up
and
going in there for drunk driving.
18 months.
He went in there for 18 months.
And how
And
did you do it by yourself?
I was there by myself for 18 months. I went to work.
That's when
came
you're
home,
balling. You ran a laundromat.
and I was saving all my money. I was doing. I'd go for groceries and the usual, but most of the time I just went to work. I tried to work double shifts to keep myself occupied. So
That was the first time you were by yourself doing things for like in like 20 something years or something now.
yeah,
You know, before you met Dad, because Dad used to always look out for you, take care of you.
yeah.
Mhm.
And when he went in there, but he prepared me too, though. He went and got me stuff in the house and stuff before he went to court.
Yeah, about 18 months.
But
Get it stock up now.
no, but I had my little dog, Amy, that kept me company. And
He got you that dog on Valentine's. The dog was in the trash can and he heard him barking, and he got it for you for Valentine's.
yeah, and after
And
that, he
you
ended
had
up
you
in
had
jail.
that dog for what? 12 years
12 years.
till we
and
moved
then-
over here.
Yeah, then she died of cancer. And then, even with him, I couldn't understand, you know. He was already a grown man,
Oh, old man.
or old man, whatever.
He was already
And-
in his.
And,
He was in his 50s already.
yeah, and
Because he died at what, 54? That was like 4 years later.
yeah.
2004 he died.
So, it was hard. It was really hard, but I learned that I had responsibilities to myself and to my husband and to my kids that were in prison. So I just worked hard and did the best I could. I painted my apartment,
By yourself?
my kitchen. Yeah,
You're old too. You're 50 years older than Dad.
yeah,
And you're still doing it, huh?
yeah.
You're a spring chicken?
No, he always told me never give up on anything. And I don't. If I get stuck on something, even you tell me, you can do it, you can do it.
I mean, because you've done so much, you know what I mean? This should be easy for you. You went through all that, you know what I mean? Your parents died when you were young, you know what I mean? You've been through a lot. So all this other stuff, you can handle it, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Don't ever feel down, like, you know? That's why I try to, you know, encourage you all the time, because I've seen you do it before. Even though you're not a spring chicken anymore, you can still handle it, you know?
I can still pick up stuff and do what I have to do. So, and I know my limits, so, like I did then. Well, it's time to go. Deuces, everybody.